Tonight, Duluth's Campaign 2019 is hours away. We're breaking down what voters need to know before heading to the polls.
Plus, farm animals in need. A local humane society is asking for your help after a number of animals were neglected in northwest Wisconsin.
And focusing on food justice. That's the goal as people gather in Duluth to figure out how to curb the problem.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Election day in Duluth is just hours away, and there's some pretty big seats up for grabs.
Yeah, in the race for Duluth Mayor, newcomer David Noley will take on current Mayor Emily Larson. Larson has served the city for 4 years, come 2020, and has named affordable housing, street improvements, and economic growth as priorities for the city. Noley considers himself a pro-business candidate that has goals of taking Duluth's economy to the next level.
Perhaps the most closely watched race tomorrow is the one for 2 Duluth City Council at-large seats. It's down to 4 candidates, 2 incumbents, and 2 newcomers. CBS 3's Jesse Slater is breaking down the candidates' stances.
Derek Medved, born and raised in Gary, New Duluth, has a history as a young, successful businessman, owning 4 gas station convenience stores in the Twin Ports at 24 years old.
I want to bring that momentum to council and bring a great business perspective to council. So that's why I'm here. I want to work hard for Duluth.
As well as adding a business perspective to the council, Medved hopes to find solutions to the sparse affordable housing infrastructure.
We got to build housing options that work for everybody because if we don't have housing in the city for people to move to, we're not going to grow.
Eric Forsman, who's been serving on the council after being appointed to his seat, works in economic development at Minnesota Power and says he's very involved in this community.
I've served our community on numerous boards and commissions, on different task forces, and just have a passion for service in my heart.
Forsman believes there are 3 key areas the city could focus on to help spur economic change.
You don't have a good place to live that's affordable, and you don't have somewhere for your kid to be when you're at a good paying job. Those 3 things need to line up for families to be successful long-term and for our city to be able to attract people long-term.
Mike Mayo, he's the youngest of the 4 candidates. The current UMD student and a lifelong Duluthian and community activist says he strives to unite people from all walks of life.
Something that I've been really proud of is bringing groups together and bringing coalitions together to achieve positive change and make progress for our city.
A staple of his campaign is addressing climate change on a local level.
There are a lot of opportunities, I think, to invest in solar, invest in wind, invest in water, and hydropower, because that's the future.
Noah Hobbs, the current city council president, has served on the council since 2016 and been a part of many city-altering decisions.
Has brought Uber and Lyft to Duluth. We opened up a warming center for folks experiencing homelessness overnight. We've also had scooters, a bike share program, and also we're working on housing issues.
Hobbs helped Mayor Emily Larson create an affordable housing task force aiming to find solutions to the crisis.
The awareness of the housing shortage is now in the forefront of everyone's mind, so we've added to our housing portfolio, but we still have about 3,000 or so units in which we need to add to adequately address the need that we have for folks looking for housing.
Polls open at 7 a.m. tomorrow and close at 8 p.m. You can find your polling location and more information on the candidates on our website.
Dave's here for our first look at weather. Dave, got a little windy out there, even some sleet coming down or some sort of frozen precipitation.
Yeah, because our weather candidates are a pair of low pressure systems.
Okay.
One promises snow and the other one does too. But it also packs a cold front, so it'll chill down. Let's eye up the situation in the upper Midwest. The first low pressure system to the east, that's the trough that brought upwards of 2 inches of snow to some towns this morning. Now the second one off to our north and west by a hair, coming through with its cold front, stirring up a snow chance, of light one here till about midnight or so, and then after that it clears up and cools down. How cool will it get? Here's our short-term forecast, the day planner for Tuesday. It'll be around 16 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. Might warm up to 25 by noon and maybe top out at 28 by 3 p.m. Colder than normal on all counts, but sunnier than normal too if we split the difference and look for a silver lining. Gorgeous conditions tomorrow. Should be beautiful to look at from your nice warm picture window. Well, how long will these conditions last before the inevitable changes come? We'll show you the timeline with the 7-day forecast a little bit later in the newscast.
Thanks, Dave. A local humane society needs your help caring for neglected farm animals in need of a new home.
This comes after a handful of animals were surrendered last month. It all happened at a farm in Hawthorne, Wisconsin, which is about a half-hour southeast of Superior.
The animals included horses, a pony, a goat, some chickens, and a couple of rabbits. CBS 3's Caitlin Moffitt spoke with the Douglas County Humane Society today about how you can help care for them.
Kristen and Tony, it all started about 2 weeks ago when Sheila Kipe, director of the Humane Society of Douglas County, got a call from the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. They told her about the handful of farm animals that they say were neglected and left without water for days. The animals were surrendered from the Hawthorne property on October 17th. Since then, the Humane Society of Douglas County has been caring for the animals. Kipe says her goal is to get all of the animals back to full health so they can be adopted into a loving home.
You walk on a property and you see animals that are literally dying of starvation. How do you just walk away? So we were able to help. We got trailers in that night, took them out, got them food and water. You know, if you can help, you help, and that's what we're here for.
Kipe says they're asking for donations to help care for the animals in the meantime. You can donate directly to the Humane Society, either in person or online. Dan's feed bin also has a list of needed items. There is some good news. Kipe says the goat and pony just recently found a home to go to. As for the people responsible for the neglect, no word on if any charges have been filed. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office did not return our calls by news time. Back to you.
Now, if you would like to donate online, you can do so by finding that link on our website, cbs3duluth.com. Authorities are searching for whoever vandalized Bentleyville again.
The holiday light displays organizers say someone came in and spray painted a truck holding decorations. It happened at Bayfront Park sometime over the weekend. And this is far from the first time something like this has happened. Just last year, Bentleyville reported several incidents of crime and vandalism. That includes $2,500 worth of damage to Bentleyville's gift shop, a group stealing money from a donation bin, thieves breaking a window and stealing electronics near the Santa Claus line, and lastly, stolen equipment during teardown.
Nathan Bentley says they're looking to bring in volunteers throughout the evening and overnight hours to help keep an eye on the display. They hope these people can walk or drive around Bayfront Park to keep a lookout. While there are security cameras throughout the park, they don't cover the entire grounds. Bentley says the Duluth Police Department is also helping, but they can't cover all hours of the night. Bentley says that's where he hopes the public can come into play.
Well, there's always it's always good to have a second set of eyes going on any venue. So if the public is interested in coming out and spending evenings down there walking around or driving around, we're looking at that option.
As for exactly how that will work and what kind of hours it will include, Bentley says they're still working out those details.
Meanwhile, Bentleyville's opening date is just a couple of weeks away. They plan to open for the season on Saturday, November 23rd. And just a heads up, there's also a UMD hockey game that day, so plan ahead for traffic. They'll wrap things up on Saturday, December 28th with a fireworks display.
UW-Madison students can now have their meals delivered via robot. University Housing and Dining Services is launching a fleet of 30 Starship Technologies robots. Students can order dining hall food from an app and drop a pin where they want the autonomous robots to deliver it. University officials say the aim is convenience and flexibility for students who are juggling more than ever before.
It's something that our students have been requesting for a while now, and quite frankly, when they come to us with Uber Eats and Grubhub and those companies being around for so long, it's a service that they expect. And now with this technology, we're able to offer it to them.
Right now, delivery is only available throughout a portion of the campus, but they hope to make it available across the entire campus soon.
The superintendent for the Hermantown Community School District is set to retire in June. According to the district website, Kerry Jutinen has worked for the district for over 20 years. He started his employment with Hermantown Community School District as a 5th grade teacher back in 1999. Since then, he's been a 6th grade teacher, dean of students, and principal, among other occupations. Jutinen has been the superintendent since July of 2015. There's no details on the search process for his replacement.
Getting food to the people and communities who need it. That's the focus of the Food Justice Summit, which kicked off tonight in Duluth. Almost 500 people are attending the summit, which runs through Wednesday. They come from a variety of different groups, including public health, surrounding universities, advocates, and neighborhood groups. It looks at issues like food deserts, how food is distributed, making food shelves better for customers, and getting people access to land to grow food. Organizers say it's especially important here.
Minnesota has some of the worst racial disparities in this country, and so figuring out ways that we can really think about justice and changing the power dynamics that are involved in our food system is going to be part of what we're talking about this next couple days.
This event used to be called the Food Access Summit, but the name changed to the Food Justice Summit to better reflect the new focus.
Still to come on CBS3, the Minnesota DNR has some new rules in an effort to protect the deer population from CWD. What you need to know before heading into the woods after the break.
Record low temp for this date is 4 below from 1991. So in the wake of that Halloween blizzard back then, it got pretty chilly. It's going to get pretty chilly for us tonight as well. Not below zero, but fairly nippy, and we'll show you how low things will go coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS3.
Why do you need fast, reliable internet? So your world doesn't turn upside down. Turn it around. Switch to Spectrum. And give your family what they deserve. Switch to Spectrum Internet for just $44.99 a month with free modem. Call 1-833-624-4499. With starting speeds of 100 megabits, you'll be able to connect your devices at the same time and with no data caps. Spectrum Internet has the fastest, most consistent download speeds based on the latest FCC report. AT&T can't say that. And with Spectrum TV, you get over 125 channels with free HD and free on demand. Plus, you get the free Spectrum TV app to stream your favorite shows and movies in and outside your home. Switch to Spectrum TV for just $44.99 a month. Call 1-833-624-4499. And no contract. Call and switch to Spectrum Internet and TV for just $44.99 a month each. Spectrum will even buy out your current contract up to $500. Call 1-833-624-4499. Turn your world around. Call now.
It's Truck Month in the Northland, where we take on every tough job, any rough terrain. And no matter what comes our way, we keep on trucking. Yeah, we're tougher up here. And there's only one brand of truck built to keep up. During Truck Month, get up to $9,250 cash back on a Ford F-150 or lease F-150 for just $299 a month. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
The best relationships all have a few things in common. They're dependable. They want what's best for you. They come in all shapes and sizes. But most importantly, the best relationships are built to last. You and Blue.
My name is Dan Metcalf. I'm a general surgeon and a colorectal surgeon at Memorial Medical Center. I bring a new set of skills to Ashland, and some of what Ashland would allow me is a culture that is very patient-centered. That's a really important part of surgery or medicine in general, is really getting to know the people that you're taking care of. I get the joy of seeing patients every day and taking care of people every day and learning about their lives as well as fixing them.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, old Mama Nature got up with a cold shoulder upon us here this morning. A trace to 2 inches of snow around much of the region. So Brian Perkla, who's a heavy equipment operator for Northland Constructors here, had to put down a new shoulder on a roadway here, right over a fresh coat of snow. I suppose that's old hat for folks like that who can work in almost any style of weather. Well, a colder style of weather's coming thanks to a cold front tonight. And by tomorrow, well, we'll get rid of the snow chance that we're still looking at for another hour or so. But then, yeah, it's going to get pretty brisk for a couple of days. Right now at the airport, 25 degrees. That's one of the warmer temps, really, because we've going to drop into the teens as the night goes on. Relative humidity is 51%. Northwest wind now gusting up to 17 miles per hour. We may have to worry at least a little bit about a wind chill factor. Barometric pressure 30.1 or 1,019 millibars here. The number should go up because high pressure is settling in to bring us sunshine tomorrow. Arctic high pressure, so sunshine with a chill. 28 is the current temp in Watersmeet. 1 degree warmer Ironwood. Another degree warmer in Ashland at 30. Add another degree to Hayward at 31. Superior still not reporting in. Hopefully at the Bong Airport they get the sensors fixed up fairly soon. 27 right now for Moose Lake. 23 Two Harbors in Silver Bay. Down to 21 in Ely, but Orr's dipped down into the upper teens. Mesabi Range towns are about 20 right now at the tip of the Mesabi or the end of it, whichever direction you're going. Grand Rapids is at 22 and down to 17 for International Falls. This cold snap likely will be with us for several days. Right now, still getting a couple of snow showers out there because of a cold front that's coming through. One of 2 low pressure systems here. The first one this morning brought us that snow that we just showed the picture from Brian about. And the second one here with its cold front is what's bringing the snow shower chance here for the next hour and a half or 2 hours. But behind that, different style of weather, a colder style of weather is coming in with that Arctic high. So yeah, this is going to be chilly for a couple of days. In fact, for the week ahead, 34 might be the best we can manage now, so it's chilling down. Let's fire up the forecast and see what's coming around tonight. In Minnesota, the low temps will drop into the teens inland and might try to stay as warm as 20 degrees right by the lake. 30% flurry chance for folks in the Gopher State here till about midnight or so, with a northwest wind 5 to 15, gusts maybe up towards 20. Wisconsin and Michigan, your low temps go from 16 to 19, with you guys getting a 30% flurry chance as well. For tomorrow, the high brings a mostly sunny sky, and top temps run 28 to about 30 degrees. Cooler than normal. Minnesota high temps inland 23 to 28. By the shore, 27 to 30. On all counts, cooler than normal, but sunny, thanks to the high pressure. Well, oh, look at that snow that's fallen this evening here in Ely, looking up Sheridan Street. So yeah, it's still coming down in some locations. So we go from mostly sunny on Tuesday to partly cloudy on Wednesday, hovering around 28 for the high temp. Into Thursday, new low pressure system from further west starts to come aboard. 26 the high temp, partly sunny. Then cloudy for Friday, and for Minnesota Deer opener, highs 24 to 34 with 30% chances for snow showers both days.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, deer hunters should be aware of a new rule taking effect ahead of the firearms season opening this weekend.
It's something the Minnesota DNR hopes will help maintain the state's deer population and stop the spread of a deadly disease. The change is known as Zone 604, which includes areas of Aiken and stretches as far as Brainerd.
CBS 3's Gamio Hall met with officials earlier today to find out what hunters need to know.
The Minnesota DNR has set new parameters to help protect the state's deer population from a deadly disease.
If we don't go after this and try and keep this in check, it's just a matter of time. It will be in every deer hunter's backyard.
Aitkin Area Wildlife Manager Russell Rice says just last winter, a deer tested positive for chronic wasting disease in his area.
But we're still early enough here that we think both in this location and in the state in general that we can have positive impacts by being this aggressive and working this hard on them.
That's why the DNR established Hunting Zone 604 earlier this year.
We took away 2 deer permit areas, 242 and 247, and took portions of 3 others and made a new zone in there.
A new set of rules for hunters to follow.
New to this area is the CWD, mandatory CWD testing throughout the entire season.
Forcing hunters to drop off carcasses for testing before taking the deer outside the zone.
All deer that are a year and a half or older are required to be sampled.
Of the near 700 samples the DNR has taken thus far, Rice says 0 have come back positive.
The work that the DNR is doing and that we're asking all the hunters to do with us is really for the good of the entire herd across the entire state.
Hoping that trend continues as this weekend's firearm deer opener draws near.
If that's what happens, we don't find another one, we'll kind of go back to the way it was.
The Minnesota firearm deer season opener begins this Saturday. For more information on the new rules, you can head to our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
Still to come on Live Local CBS3, one man's plan to bomb a synagogue was thwarted thanks to some undercover agents. More on this after the break.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. New state-of-the-art dealership. Same President's Award-winning service. KohlerToyota.com.
I know people love the dish remote. It's great. So why build in a Google Assistant? I mean, who really needs a TV remote that can turn the thermostat up,
change temperature to 72,
the lights down,
dim the lights,
and still access their DVR?
play videotape?
Actually, some people could absolutely use a remote like that. The new Dish Voice Remote. Dish, tuned in to you.
With the giving season just around the corner, it's the perfect time to add a new member to your family. That's why several area animal shelters are coming together for the Subaru Love a Pet adoption event at Miller Hill Subaru. November 9th is Catterday, featuring all-day cat adoptions. Sunday, November 10th, is Pup Day, with all-day dog adoptions. There will be holiday pet photos and a free microchip with an item off our wish list. Join us at Miller Hill Subaru for this exciting event.
Real steel. Find yours. Right now, double your run times when you buy an AK or AP battery set and get the second battery half off. Battery power made by steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
The Greater Downtown Council celebrates flavors of fall during Eat Downtown Duluth Restaurant Week, November 4th through the 9th, with lunch and dinner specials from these participating restaurants. Culinary mastery, one price, one destination. Visit downtownduluth.com for Eat Downtown menus.
She's housebroken.
That's what she wants us to think.
To us.
To us.
Western National's auto rates never go up from tickets or accidents, so find something else to worry about.
Save big money with your next project right now at Menards. Get tough jobs done right with Gorilla Tape. This pro-grade tape is weather-resistant and grips to many surfaces that other tape can't. Pick up a roll for just $6.99. Stop energy leaks with Quad Advanced Formula Outdoor Sealant. It bonds without a primer on many surfaces. It's also paintable and won't fade or crack. Pick up yours for $4.88. Save on everything for your home improvement projects at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth.
The 2020 Honda Rubicon at RJ Sport and Cycle.
If you turn on our newscast, you're almost guaranteed to not see any national news. We're going to give you 30 minutes of news that's happening in the Northland.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth.
The FBI says it has arrested a man in a plot to bomb an historic Colorado synagogue.
The co-conspirators turned out to be undercover agents. Court documents say Richard Holzer was arrested Friday just after the agents brought him what were supposedly 2 pipe bombs along with dynamite to blow up a synagogue. The agent said Holzer described the explosives as, quote, absolutely gorgeous, and said they should go ahead with the attack overnight to avoid police. Authorities also said that he was not concerned with any loss of life resulting from the bombing because victims would be Jews. Holzer made his first court appearance Monday. It's not clear if he has a lawyer representing him.
Meanwhile, Milwaukee police arrested a man suspected of throwing battery acid on a Hispanic man who says his attacker asked him, quote, why did you come here and invade my country? Police said today they arrested a 61-year-old white man, but they haven't identified him as he awaits formal charges Tuesday. Maud Valalas suffered second-degree burns to his face. He said the attack happened after a man confronted him about how he had parked his car and accused him of being in the U.S. illegally. Valalas is a U.S. citizen who immigrated from Peru.
Kelly's here to talk a little bit about sports. Got some basketball action?
A lot of basketball.
Okay.
UD hoops returning to action. We got the UMAC volleyball playoffs. Plus,
Big border battle down at Target Center. How this one was delayed due to some hoop issues. That's coming up next.
Your water softener needs salt. You buy it, lug it, pour it, over and over. Save salt and the hassle with a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, the world's best. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
It's Truck Month in the Northland, where we take on every tough job, any rough terrain, and no matter what comes our way, we keep on trucking. Yeah, we're tougher up here, and there's only one brand of truck built to keep up. During Truck Month, get up to $9,250 cash back on a Ford F-150 or lease F-150 for just $299 a month. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Hey, Minnesota, Hunt Week is back at Fleet Farm. Hurry in to get the hottest prices on the best brands, including gear, apparel, ammo, snacks, and more. Plus, Thursday only, enter to win a Savage Access rifle package. Don't miss Hunt Week. Get the best buys all week long on everything you need to get that trophy buck. You can even earn bonus bucks on top of Hunt Week savings. Fleet Farm is your one-stop deer season destination. Fleet Farm. Built for real life.
The fun never ends at Black Bear Casino Resort. With over 1,800 of the hottest slot machines and our thrilling selection of table games and 500-person bingo hall.
My place for gaming.
From casual to fine dining, satisfy your taste buds at one of our 3 dining venues.
My place for dining.
And relax in comfort with all of our first-class amenities.
My place to stay.
Looking for the party? Look no further than the Otter Creek Event Center.
My place for fun.
Visit blackbearcasinoresort.com and make the Bear your place.
We not only have
Blasting business banter. Your top salesman is working from home while working to close a deal. But his Uncle Larry decided to stop by 2 weeks ago. This looks like a job for Smile Power. Good thing your employees have dental insurance backed nationally by over 65 years of motor defending experience. So their healthy deal closers are always ready to close. Unleash your Smile Power with Delta Dental. Delta Dental.
Fall is in the air at Oak Lake RV, so all 2019 models must go. You waited for the best time of year to buy, and this is definitely it. We have a great selection of new and late model trades that are all marked down. Trades welcome, featuring great brands like Coachman, Rockwood, Sierra, Palomino, and more. So stop in and tour our showroom today at Oak Lake RV in Moose Lake, family owned and operated since 1930.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Now, CBS 3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Both the Bucks and the Timberwolves are off to pretty strong starts to their seasons, each tallying 4 wins thus far. Well, one was looking for a 5th tonight in the first of 2 border battle games, but the fans in Minneapolis were forced to be patient for tip-off in this one. The game was delayed nearly an hour due to a tilted rim, so they had to haul in a brand new basket. Finally, the game gets going 59 minutes later. Early in the first, a Bucks turnover goes long for Robert Covington. Rocco turns it into a 2-handed jam, but the Bucks start to assert some dominance in the second. Bledsoe to Giannis, hoop in the harm. Giannis Antetokounmpo makes it a 3-point play. A few minutes later, the Greek Freak continues to cover some ground. Bucks by 7 at the half. They go on to win this one 134-106, the final. Remember, the Wolves without Cat for the last time. The UMAC playoffs here for the UW Superior volleyball team tonight against Bethany Lutheran. The Jackets take the first set 25-19. Gina Berch to Cami Sletta. She finds floor for the kill. Superior up by 11 at this point. And that's pretty much how things went. Sletta again on the outside, 15 kills tonight for the junior from Wilmer, Minnesota. Later in the second, Hannah Goggle-Eye and Gina Berch. It's a block party on the right side. Set 2 would go to the Yellow Jackets by 13, 25-12. And they finish off the sweep in the third. UW Superior moves on with a win in 3 straight sets. College hoops is back, my friends, at least for exhibition play and at least at the D2 level. The UMD men's and women's teams hosted the annual Bridge Battle exhibition as they welcomed in Wisconsin Superior. The women got the 82-45 win. After that, it was the men's turn. First half, UMD with a few new faces this season. This one is Alex Illikainen. The pride of Grand Rapids, Minnesota, floats one in from the post. Illikainen was one of 2 Division I transfers. Yellow Jackets did a nice job staying with them. Mac Reichtel from behind the arc drains the 3. More from UMD. This time it's Brandon Meyer. Shot clock winding down. The Superior native can shoot threes pretty darn well. UMD tops UWS 77-65, the final. Another week, another change in the latest national polls for the UMD men's hockey team. Things were out of their control this past weekend as the team was on a bye, but they do move down a spot in the latest USCHO polls. Previously, the Dogs were at number 6. Here's a look at the top 10 teams in the latest poll. Denver remains at the top spot with an 8-0 record. Minnesota State moves down to number 3, not pictured. NCHC rival Omaha entering the rankings as the 20th overall team. The Mavericks start the season 4-1-1. Speaking of Denver, the Bulldogs get their first taste of conference action this weekend. No better way than to welcome the number 1 team in the country. The Bulldogs host the Denver Pioneers Friday and Saturday on My9 Sports. And the women's team comes off a huge weekend at home, getting their second sweep of the season over St. Cloud State, winning 3-2 on Friday night and getting an impressive 6-0 shutout on Saturday. They check in at number 9 this week in the polls. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center, proud to serve as the Northland's only adult Level 1 trauma center.
Dear Catwalk, my sleek curves and chiseled looks may make for some seriously striking poses, but a real supermodel is all about what's inside. That's why I bring paparazzi can't seem to get enough of. Oh, please, no photos. Mwah. Corolla.
Right now, you can get $1,000 customer cash on a stylish new 2020 Toyota Corolla. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
With the giving season just around the corner, it's the perfect time to add a new member to your family. That's why several area animal shelters are coming together for the Subaru Love a Pet adoption event at Miller Hill Subaru. November 9th is Catter Day, featuring all-day cat adoptions. Sunday, November 10th, is Pup Day, with all-day dog adoptions. There will be holiday pet photos and a free microchip with an item off our wish list. Join us at Miller Hill Subaru for this exciting event.
We all want fast internet, but getting more speed usually means paying way more. Until now. Introducing Extreme Access Internet 60. Real high-speed internet that comes with a real low price. Finally, you don't have to compromise on your speed to get the price you need. Enjoy fast speeds up to 60 meg and powerful home Wi-Fi for $24.99 a month for a year. Get more speed for your life and your budget. Call 844-EXTREME2.
The best relationships all have a few things in common. They're dependable. They want what's best for you. They come in all shapes and sizes. But most importantly, the best relationships are built to last. You and Blue.
You already know that Cary Toyota and Superior is a great place to buy and service your vehicle, but we have a lot more to offer every driver and not just people with Toyotas. We have the Yakima line of products for the adventure seekers, including roof racks, bike and kayak racks, and cargo carriers. We also have running boards, bed steps, and Access brand tonneau covers like I put on my truck. And for those of you who like a clean vehicle, we have professional detailing services and all-weather floor liners from Toyota and WeatherTech. Cary Toyota and Superior, we have something for every driver.
New fall fashions are arriving daily at Mainstream Fashions for Men at Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Well, check this out. A man caught an albino deer on camera in northern Wisconsin. Dan Mortensen says he was driving around to scout for any deer when he came across this one. Mortensen says it was near Middle Mackenzie Lake. After speaking with a few people, he found out it was about 10 years old and is a treasured animal in the area. Understandable why.
Never get tired of seeing albino animals.
Incredible.
It's very cool. Dave, what can we expect for weather for the rest of the night into the morning?
Well, it won't be an albino night. It'll be dark. There you go, Tony. But then it becomes quite sunny for Tuesday thanks to high pressure coming around. Mostly sunny and 28. Then partly cloudy and 28 on Wednesday. Next snow chance after a few snow showers tonight might come around Saturday, but it's just a 30% shot for flurries.
All right. Have a good night.